I need to change something deep in my life, but I don't feel the energy to do so. I don't feel the will to do so. I don't feel anything, any drive to actually change my life in a positive manner. I know that something's deeply wrong inside, that I feel emotions I should not be feeling. Yeah, I should not be feeling. No, there's sign. There's sign of something deep that's going wrong. There's sign that I'm resisting something deep inside of my mind. It's in my psyche that's giving me a sign of what I'm experiencing. But I just don't take action. I never take action. I'm stuck on the sidelines, watching my life go by. And it's a terrible, terrible feeling. I'm only 22, but I've been saying I'm only X age for the past like 6 years, right? And there's no sign that that's going to stop. So who's to say that I won't be saying the same thing when I'm 23, 24, 25? And that's what I'm really scared of. But at the same time, I don't feel that drive to switch it over. I guess that's something very important. Notice the way I'm using the word I don't feel. And I know that in me. I know that in me. I don't feel does not mean anything. There's a certain point where you need to stop to listen. You need to stop listening to your feelings. And that's what I've started to realize. And it's just taken me a very long time to actually take that action. But I'm becoming more and more bitter the longer I keep on listening to my feelings, the longer that I keep on giving in. Sometimes, very rarely, my feelings are aligned with my goals. But 95% of the time, they're not. And call it willpower, call it discipline, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's required for me to stop listening to these feelings and take action. I don't always want to go to the gym, but it's become such an ingrained part of my identity that it's become a lot easier. And the feelings align more often. All these other things that I want to get into, I don't really have the skills for them. I haven't developed them. So naturally at the start, I might be interested for a bit. I might be motivated temporarily, but nothing's going to keep me going at it unless I stop listening to my feelings. And I know that I can develop systems to actually get this shit done. But at the end of the day, I need to stop complaining for myself. I need to stop feeling sorry for myself for not having the things in my life that I don't want, that I want to have. Right? Why am I feeling sorry for myself when I keep on giving into the feelings? When I keep on giving into the weakness? The more I listen to that weakness in me, the weaker I'm going to be, and the harder it is to get out of it. And it's just going to be a self-perpetuating cycle until I'm 30 years old, and it's a ton harder to change my life around. What I really need, and a lot of guys need, is a mindset shift, a fundamental shift in their mindset about how they go about life and about how they perceive themselves and others. But that comes from action. Because inaction, and I know this deeply from experience, inaction rots your soul away. It doesn't just rot your belief in yourself, it rots everything else. It just leaves you feeling numb. And then you wonder, you look around you and you do have a lot of things. Think about, I don't know the specific situation of everybody, but I do know for most people living in developed countries, we have a lot going for us. We live in the most prosperous time ever. Yet, at the same time, because of all the freedom that we have and what we can do, we abuse it. And what ends up happening is that we end up being tyrants of ourselves. End up being tyrannical to our own being. And look, I'm just theorizing now. Talking to a camera isn't really going to change anything. It doesn't Like again, this is all about that feeling thing. Talking to it in a camera this way does fire me a bit. And if that's what you need to take a bit of action, it's good. But again, you need those systems to keep that action. You need to remind yourself, have a mantra, something to keep it going. Because these feelings don't last. Feelings pass. And my God, if you let them control you, if you let your emotions control you, your life is going to end up in a very negative place. Unless you're one of the lucky ones, the very, very few, one of the lucky ones who seems to have their feelings always aligned with what they want. But for a lot of people, even to get to that point, it is possible, but you need to create the groundwork. Right? As I was talking about earlier, the gym, I didn't really want to do it all the time. And I still don't want to do it all the time, but it's so I identify with it so deeply, it's simply natural to do. Same with other parts of life. Look at it as something that eventually you can grow towards, and it will be so identifiable with you. So maybe talking to a stranger, just being more social in general, taking initiative in certain actions, like when you're not unsure what to do, asking questions instead of staying silent, right? Raising your hand up in class, talking to the person beside you, maybe on the bus, maybe at school, wherever, right? You know these things, they won't hurt you. You know that, but there's still that fear of doing it. Maybe it's working on assignments, maybe it's applying for jobs. Maybe it's even just making your bed, cleaning your room. But the smallest of action leads you to a better place. I'm going to make another video later on about phone usage in general, not just social media, but largely social media. Anything that is inherently addictive and how it really has to be limited, because I've noticed that in myself too. All these things that I'm saying are speaking from experience, because I've seen it myself so often, and I do really want to make a change. The word wanna, again, attached to a feeling. Another part of this is accountability and responsibility. I can't say I want to, because I want to is giving up. I want to is a possibility. I need to. If I want to have an attachment between where I'm now and my dream life, or something that resembles that attachment, it's not I want that's going to get me there, it's going to be I need. Fuck, man. Okay. That's it for the video. Thank you for listening.